Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be restoring this iPhone SE 16 gig given to me by my cousin. She gave it to me because she said that it didn't turn on anymore and that I could have it. So here it is, box and all, and we're going to be restoring this to fully operational condition. So connecting up the iPhone SE to a power outlet and just letting it charge up for a bit, you can see that it did turn on, but the screen was completely destroyed and unusable. Not only was the digitizer or the glass cracked on the outside, but the LCD underneath was cracked as well, meaning that you couldn't actually see anything on the phone. Now the first thing I'm going to be doing is opening up the phone. Now I tried to open this with suction cups, but that didn't work because the amount of cracks in the screen. But if you are trying to get a cracked screen off, try putting some tape over it. That usually helps. When opening the display, make sure to watch out for the Touch ID cable that's directly underneath the home button. Now because the screen had actually popped out of the top of the phone, I just got my spudger in there and was able to lift up the display with no problem. And once I was in, the first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery. You do not want to fry anything. I know people who have fried phones because they didn't disconnect the battery when they did a screen replacement and it shorted something out and they destroyed their backlight, meaning that they couldn't see anything on the screen. So very important that you disconnect the battery. I cannot stress that enough. It has to be disconnected before completing the repair. The next thing what you want to do is when removing the Touch ID sensor, make sure not to damage it. Each Touch ID sensor is paired to the individual iPhone, and if you break the cable or damage it, not only will you wreck Touch ID, but you won't be able to get it back unless you take it to Apple and get them to do another screen replacement on the device, which will cost you probably more than doing it yourself. So be very careful with that cable, and if you are getting it repaired by a repair shop, make sure that repair shop is actually of decent quality, isn't it just some backyard job sort of thing, and they actually know what they're doing. When transferring your parts over, make sure the new LCD has the camera bracket as well as the proximity sensor bracket installed. If it doesn't, you'll have to take it out of your old screen and install it in the new one. Now I'd try and get one with it already there, because that means it's automatically aligned properly and you don't have to try and stick it down again. But once you've done that, you can go ahead and reassemble the display assembly, which is basically just the back plate and front camera, microphones, and of course the Touch ID / home button. I recently just purchased a new toolkit set. It's from iFixit, not sponsored or anything, but so far so good with the screwdrivers. They seem to be doing a much better job than the generic one. So if you are repairing a lot of phones, I recommend getting yourself a decent pair of tools, whether they're from iFixit or whether from a completely different company. It doesn't really matter, as long as you get something better than those cheapo tools that come with screens and things like that. If you're doing a once-off repair, it worked just fine. I've been using them for months. But you can see here, now that I've gone ahead and installed everything in the new screen, and go ahead and test it on the phone. And you can see here that it powers on, and I can see the display for the first time. You can see that it's on the lock screen with a passcode, but I'll later deal with that. So now that that's done, we can go ahead and permanently install the screen onto the iPhone SE, and all I have to do is turn it off and then go ahead and put the brackets back on for the display as well as the battery bracket. Next, I can go ahead and connect up the Touch ID sensor cable, which is directly under the screen, so make sure you do not damage that when lifting up or putting down the display. There's a little metal bracket on top of that keeps it in place, and once all that's done, you go ahead and turn the phone on and reinsert the pentalobe screws into the bottom of your iPhone. Now that that's all done, we can go ahead and test out the phone and get the passcode and get into the device. As you can see here, unlocking the device and going into settings, you can see that it's on iOS 11.2.5 and is a 16GB iPhone SE. The battery wear is at 8%, which means that this battery is basically brand new, so there's no need for a battery replacement. The Touch ID sensor also works, which is a good thing to test after you change a display. The next thing I had to do was sign out of our iCloud account and reset the device to factory settings. The iPhone SE shipped in 2016 in 16, 32, 64 and 128GB. It has an Apple A9 processor, 2GB of RAM, and has a 4-inch LCD. So now we've installed the new display onto the iPhone SE, you can see that it's now working fully and there's no need to do any battery replacements or anything else to the device. So now that it's all done, we can go ahead and call this a successful repair. If you want to see more videos just like this, go ahead and check out the iPhone playlist as well as the iPhone restoration playlist if you're interested in videos just like this one. And also check me out on Twitter at twitter.com/HughJeffries for exclusive content that doesn't always make it to YouTube, polls, and also pictures of upcoming videos. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're not already subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time, another one of my great videos.